What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all are doing well, staying safe, staying blessed, enjoying your day so far. So look, this is a randomly dropped video. Normally I drop my videos in the morning, but I am dropping this video now, and I guess you can call this a how to cop guide or whatever you want to call it, but just giving y'all some information on the upcoming Air Jordan 1 High 85 in the Bred colorway. Now the reason I'm dropping this today is because raffles and stuff have already started for this shoe. Now, if you're not familiar with the shoe, I'll put up a picture so y'all can see what they look like. But the shoe is supposed to be dropping February 14th, which is next Friday. So we still have some time before the official release date for this shoe. But some stores have already started doing their raffles. For example, I live in Houston. Premium Goods, which is the store in Houston, or one of these stores in Houston that's getting pairs of these shoes. They did their raffle, I believe it was Tuesday. And then they have an event either, I think, Friday or Saturday. For people to come and buy the shoes. So some stores will be doing like a special, I believe it's called like a white glove type of release, where they do some special thing or special event and have people come pick up shoes. And then those stores may also release pairs next week, like do a separate raffle for the general public. It really just depends on the store and just whatever they want to do with the shoe. So like I mentioned, the store here did their raffle already. I'm not sure if they'll do another raffle next week or how exactly they'll do it. It'll just kind of be a wait to see. But also another store, A Mama Near, which is set to get these shoes as well. I know in Houston they're doing a live raffle. So people have already started lining up today, and I believe the raffle is tomorrow. So I don't know. I'm not going up there to try and enter the raffle because I don't feel like waiting in line. But yeah, this whole release has just been absolutely crazy. If you're not familiar with the backstory behind this shoe, this was basically the first Jordan that Michael Jordan wore that they came up with, just the whole 9 yards. It is the 1985 version of the Jordan 1 Bred, and it's just the specs on this shoe are completely different than the normal Jordan 1s that we get. This one has more of the 85 specs, the cut's higher, the leather is different, the swoosh is different. There's just several differences between the 1985 version and then the regular version that we've got now. In addition to that, the other portion of this backstory is this shoe was originally banned by the NBA when they first wore it. I believe it was against uniform regulations, like they couldn't wear black and red shoes. I can't remember. I think it was, I don't know. I think it was like either white, they don't wear white shoes or something like that back in 1985 when this was all originally going down. But they did ban Michael Jordan from wearing this shoe, and they fined him every game that he ended up wearing the shoe, which led to a whole marketing campaign and everything like that, which we have seen Nike bring back now. We've seen like commercials with the band aspect behind it. And even on the sneakers app, which I took the screenshot a couple of days ago, but on the sneakers apps, or the Jordans on there, have like the black box going over them to represent the shoe being banned, basically. So there's just a lot of marketing that has gone into this release. The hype behind it has been absolutely crazy. I haven't seen hype for Jordan 1 like this in a very long time. So if you're interested in the shoe, look, it's going to take some work to get this one. I'm not going to lie to y'all. They're not supposed to be releasing on sneakers in the US. I've heard maybe like Sneakers Japan, they may be releasing on there, but I know for us in the US, they're not supposed to be releasing on sneakers. Now, I will say with that, they did do a sneakers pass yesterday in Chicago at the Success store, and some people were able to cop on that sneakers pass. I'm not familiar or aware of any further upcoming sneakers pass. Now, I will say with All-Star Weekend being, I believe it's next week, we could see something in, I believe All-Star Weekend is in San Francisco. We could see something there on sneakers in terms of that release, like another sneaker pass or just some type of release in that area. But outside of that, I'm not really sure if they'll be dropping anything else on Sneakers app. So for those of y'all that don't have a store in your area that's releasing this shoe, it's very unfortunate, because either you're gonna have to pay resale for these, or you're just gonna have to not get the shoe at all and just move on to the next shoe. Now, with that being said, I do have the stores that are releasing this shoe. Now, there are around 23 stores that will be releasing this shoe, and I'll go ahead and put the list up so y'all can see on here. But like I mentioned, it has all the stores along with the locations. So you see like Chicago on here, Houston's on here a couple times, Toronto, the Bronx, Boston. So there's several different locations. So hopefully, if you're interested in this shoe, you have a store in your area that you're able to cop these from. Now, these are retail price of $250, so it is significantly higher than a normal Jordan 1, so just be prepared for that price tag. But out of all these stores, hopefully you're able to cop something. Most of these are going to be in-store raffles, so you won't be able to do like a shipping option. You'll have to physically be in that location, go into the raffle, or maybe they'll do some type of online raffle and go pick up in store. You're just gonna have to check all of these stores and check and see. Like I mentioned, for us, it's Premium Goods or A Mama Near in the Houston area. So I'm hoping maybe next week Premium Goods does something else and I can go and cop. Now, for those of y'all not in the United States, don't worry, I have y'all as well. I was able to I was able to find locations for the rest of the world. So I'll go ahead and post them up here now. So I have, let's start with the UK and Europe. So I have France, Germany, UK, the Netherlands, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, and Turkey. And those are all of these stores. Now, I'm not familiar with any of these stores, but for those of y'all that watch my videos overseas, hopefully you have a store in your area that is doing or releasing this shoe. Now, I will say with this, let me know if you live overseas and you're planning on trying to cop this shoe, or you go to one of these stores. Let us know in the comments how they're doing their release. Are they doing some type of special release? Or are they just raffling the shoe off? Or is it first come, first serve? Let me know how things are working. Now, that is the UK and Europe list. And then this is the rest of the world. So this list has Japan, South Korea, the Philippines, Brazil, Chile, Mexico, Colombia, South Africa, and Australia. So as y'all see, these are releasing all over the world. Now, there is a rumor that there are 10K pairs that are set to release. Now, I will say I don't know if that's 10,000 pairs for the US or 10,000 pairs worldwide. I know with previous 85 Jordan 1 releases, I believe it's been like 23,000 pairs. So it could be one of those like 10K in the US and then another maybe 10 to 13,000 overseas. That'll just have to be a wait and see. But hopefully if you're in any of these countries, you're able to cop. But like I said, let me know in the comments how the raffles is going to work or how they will be working in these stores overseas, and just how they will be releasing this shoe, because I myself am curious just to see how stores do things overseas compared to in the States over here. Now, overall, that's pretty much it. Like outside of that, you're really gonna have to put in some footwork with these. It's not gonna be easy. I'm just gonna let y'all know now. It's gonna be a very tough cop trying to get this shoe, just with the hype behind it, just with the marketing that's gone behind this shoe, and just even more marketing. Like this is I got this on Twitter. This is outside of Wish in Atlanta. They have like a Nike sneaker box type locker thing that's outside. I'm not sure what exactly it's for, but they had a video of them dropping it off today. So it's just one of those things where we're finally getting a shoe that's just building back up hype, especially for the Jordan 1, which we know has just not been super hype recently. So it's going to be very interesting. Now, if you're curious about the resale aspect of this shoe, we can go ahead and talk about that as well. Let me jump over to StockX and pull up the shoe for y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, now go to let me screen record so y'all can see. All right, so looking at my personal size, which is an 11.5 in men's, the buy now price is $548, last sale is $508, and highest bid is $500. Now, I will say I checked these a couple of days ago, and my size 11.5 was sitting at around the 900 mark. So they've dropped significantly from when I looked at them a few days ago. So as we get closer to next week's release date, and as pairs start dropping this week as well, I'll be curious to see how this price changes, if it goes down some more, what it finally settles at, and then I'm sure it will end up going back up because these are supposed to be super limited. Now, I'll look at a smaller size as well. Let's go to 8.5. So for the 8.5s, the buy now price is $552, last sale $480, highest bid $475. So not too much of a difference between the 8.5 and then the 11.5. So everything else between that should be kind of in that same range. But as y'all see, these are in demand. The resale price on these is pretty good. Like I mentioned, the retail price on these is $250. Colorway is black, multicolor. So it's gonna be a fun release. I'll say that. Like for those of you that have stores in your area, it's going to be fun. Be safe, because I know some stores are doing first come first serve. I've heard Wish is doing a first come first serve. A Mama Near is doing a first come first serve as well. Now they may do like a live raffle, like you line up outside the store, they hand out raffle tickets, and then they select who gets picked. I've heard some stores in New York are also doing first come first serve. So just be prepared. My biggest recommendation would be just to call your stores, check their social medias, and just to see what all they will be doing and how they will be releasing this shoe, and then move accordingly from there. But the biggest thing, y'all, be safe if you're going for these shoes, especially if you're going out and having to stand in line or have to go and move around amongst the crowd. Just do your best to stay safe, and hopefully things are chill and calm. But let me know in the comments if you're planning on copping the shoe, how your local store is doing their raffle, if you're planning on getting the shoe, and then just let me know how the whole experience was with getting the shoe. If you are able to cop at a store in your area, if you hit on the sneakers pass, if you're overseas, just the whole 9 yards. Let me know your experience, because I'm very curious to see how this one goes for everyone, especially with this building so much hype behind it. If I'm able to get a pair in hand, y'all know I will drop a review for y'all. I'm like actively trying to find somebody in Houston that has a pair just so I can borrow if I'm not able to cop them next week. But if I can get my hands on a pair, of course, I will drop that video for y'all so y'all can see what they look like. I can give y'all my thoughts and opinions on them. And then, of course, I can get y'all's thoughts and opinions on them as well. But if you have any additional questions for me, leave them in the comments and I will answer them as best as I can. I'll try to find out the information. If you have anything about store releases or anything like that, just let me know. But as always, that is all I have for y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Go and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I post new content. And as always, hope y'all stay safe and stay blessed. Enjoy this release. Good luck if you're going for them. And I'll catch y'all in the next video.